Hello again, Rolling Rangers? What? I feel like duty today, but the Earth doesn't care, so we need to keep defending it anyway. I just wanted to come at you with another crazy weapons video, and this time it's about snipers for the Ranger class. In the past, the games have had a sniper called the Stringer, which would be one large powerful shot, and usually had a longer reload, and had really good range. And there's still a Stringer, which is this is the only one I have actually that's medium leveled, but there's still the Stringer in the game. Um, but but the problem was the reload time really restricted its use, and you couldn't always use it, as like a primary weapon. It was usually more like a secondary, big targets type weapon. But recently I was playing and I unlocked a new sniper rifle, and it seemed very average. I didn't think much of it, so I didn't really use it right away. However, as I kept playing and I kept getting curious about this weapon as to what's so special about it, I actually translated it, and I'm glad I did, because apparently they added a new type of sniper that is a fast-firing, fast-reloading Stringer, but of course with lower range, lower damage. So, so for example, let's see, this sniper right here does 1200 damage a second. This one does 7 times 3, 2100. Not quite a second, so about 1800 a second. So this one does 800, and it shoots 1.1 a second, which is not even maxed out yet. But so the damage is not quite as high as the highest DPS sniper that I have in this general area. But however, it's still very strong and still very useful. It only has a 2-second reload, which is very quick. And I actually recently started using this. I had a challenging level I was playing with a friend, and we had a lot of groups of enemies and a lot of frogs that were behind it, and with this weapon I was actually able to shoot through the group of enemies, so do all the damage to the group, and then also shoot the frogs' legs out that were behind. They were following the group as well, chasing us around. So this weapon is actually very valuable, and I've been actually enjoying it quite a bit. Of course in the past there's always been like a slug shot, a shotgun, which is like a one strong shot that shoots through groups of enemies as well, but of course the range has always been like 100 meters or less on those, so that also is very limited. So this has about 480 meter range. At least it's not completely maxed out, but and then there's also this one which has a 500 meter range, which isn't maxed out either. So I'm assuming it'll be about 600 meters probably. So let's go ahead and load up a level here and show this a little bit. I'm going to use this mission here, I think. So there's a single fire shot Stringer so far, the quick shooting one, and there's also a different variant which I'll show as well. So on higher difficulty levels, more challenging levels, it can be very valuable to actually roll and shoot. That's why the slug shot got a lot of use, because you can stay elusive and just shoot, do quick damage, and then keep moving, rolling away from the enemy, or dodging, strafing. So, and also the Stringer sometimes can be used as well. So a weapon like this is very valuable when you have to stay mobile and shoot and do quick burst damage. So mission like this can be decent on where there's a lot of enemies that will try and grab these guys and pull them to me, so that they'll kind of cluster together here. But this allows you to shoot through a group of enemies and then stay mobile, so you can stay away from them at the same time. So I'm able to shoot through all these enemies with this sniper, decent range, so it can be used on on targets that are far away, or it has a decent zoom, a 2x zoom on it, or you can actually use it for crowd. So I feel like this is a very good weapon. So if you want to take experimental type weapon on your secondary, this can be used as a machine gun, or it can be actually used as a sniper. So I really like this weapon's versatility, and of course it only does 800 damage a second ish, something around there. But since it shoots through multiple enemies, technically you can say that it does more than that, because it's hitting more than one enemy at a time. So therefore it does benefit with group type of situations. Looks like I didn't quite grab all the enemies, but those guys will probably be dead here pretty soon. But there's also a variant here that I found as well, that does the same thing. This time it's a fan type spread. It shoots like a horizontal spread like this. But this also shoots through enemies. It only does 100 damage per projectile, but it's multiplied by 8. So it still does the same damage per second, although actually it shoots a little faster. As you can see, it shoots pretty fast. But this also is an also interesting variant. It's almost like a shotgun pattern that shoots through multiple groups as well. So I don't know, I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty valuable weapon in the future, depending on the highest level version of this. So I'm pretty excited about this. And like I said, you can use it to just, you know, shoot through a crowd as you're rolling backwards away from them as they're chasing you, which is one thing I usually do a lot in more challenging missions where they're just crowding you too much. So yeah, really exciting. I'm glad that they're really changing up the weapons in this game. And like I said, I plan on doing more of these crazy new weapons. But this definitely, I think the class that feels the most similar as far as his weapons is Spencer. Although I will say that the dash hop really makes a new dynamic. But the other classes have quite a few new, different, interesting weapons. So this is just another example of how they're really changing it up, which I'm really happy. So yeah, I just wanted to show you this. Really excited about finding this weapon, and like I said, I've been using it quite a bit on hardest as we're going through hardest, so it has been good, you know, online as well. We're playing online, so the damage has been high enough to actually use it online, so that's good news. So anyway, that'll be it for this one. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.